The following announcement has been paid for by the NCO. You're pretty good, but you're no Connor Oberst.
First of all, psych, I got you. Secondly, I don't have much time. I'm very busy, so we'll just no team thing, nothing. I'm gonna go for Sunspore, and he misses. He dodges it, and he sets up rocks. I'm like, well, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Go right here. Oh man, Yon City. You know, electric types cannot be paralyzed, so I switch into P2. P2 can take anything, right? Go for Trace. I get the magnet pull. The thing, okay, so tracing there is actually really important because, like, depending on the move set, then we know what he does. If he's got magnet pull, it's probably HP fire. So switch out. There's a lot of switching. Again, we get this matchup, but I actually get to I get to do a move. So I tailwind, right? I stay in. He volt switches. I'm like, ha 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 ha. Mainly, tailwind was cool because Volcanion with tailwind. Yeah, man, seems really good, especially against Cooper. He comes in, he gets the toxic stuff, and he switches out. I go for Leech Seed. And this is actually really important because now I know that he's on a Werecliff Able. So if I try to sweep, can't do it. Because I do have DD Immense, so that was kind of my win condition there. But now I know that it's not super easy. But go into Volcanion here, and he predicts it, goes for T-Bolt, catches me slipping. But we get the Leech Seed health back, right? And then I'm like, yo, I calculated, and I was like, yeah, Steam Eruption kills. Steam Eruption, man. Volcanion coming in, saving the day. Tailwind's done. He brings in his Staraptor, and I switch into Rhyperior. I was meant to take these hits, but he is adamant, choice banded. I can tell from this damage, it's a lot. I wanted to do full defensive, but I couldn't because I needed to deal with Gliscor. I have Ice Punch, so there's that. So I'm gonna switch out, as so is he. He's actually gonna go into Claydol. Man, as I go into Florges, sorry for the ons, dude. I just woke up. Like, I took a 10-minute nap because I had to. He goes for Toxic as I go for Moonblast, right? And it's actually going to do a lot of damage here. And I'm like, okay, he's not very bulky. And I'm going to scout for his moveset. I can just go for Heal Bell. And then I get the Toxic away from me. And then I have another turn scouting him out. I'm not afraid of Claydol. Right? Because why the fuck would you be? Unless you're Lando Eye, because it's the Lando Eye counter. So I go for Heal Bell. I feel very healthy. He has Magnet Zone in, and I actually decide I'm going to stay in and scout what he's going to lock himself into, because I'm 100% certain he's Scarfed. He Volt switches, right? And I go for Synthesis, because I was like, okay, I'm 100% he's Scarfed. Even Modest, I live the Flash Cannon. I just heal up. And then I just use that information. Now, I'm going to Moonblast this Gliscor. Again, he's not that bulky. And I'm doing a lot to it. The only thing is, Poison Heal heals a lot of damage, right? And he can Roost. He's actually faster, so he's going to be at full health before I get a chance to Moonblast. And it does about 40% in his special attack fall. So, you know, that's always good. You know, you always want to drop the special attack on Gliscors because that's what they're known to do. So here, I switch out into Porygon 2 because I want to kill this thing, right? And And I'm like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if he went for Toxic here and I get the Poison Heal? That does not happen. He goes for Swords Dance. I'm like, okay. Swords Dance not good. But I know I can take a +2 Earthquake better than he can take a +0 Ice Beam. Go for Ice Beam, and I'm like, yay. Remember the last time, right? If I freeze this Magnezone, right, and I bring in Mence and win, hey, alright. That would be really cool. It's not exactly what happens. So I'm gonna continue to Ice Beam because, like, hey man, if I can get a call back to last week and just win, and then I would be happy because, you know, you win by any means. Random numbers, they generate, and sometimes they generate in your favor, and sometimes they don't. Now, I've sat here and I've fired off several Ice Beams, and I got 1 crit, and that feels pretty good. He actually predicts to recover and goes into Staraptor, and now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in and hit this thing. As he goes for Brave Bird, and Adamant Choice Man Brave Bird does a ton. I was thinking he would go for Close Combat, because after Close Combat I kill, right? Because his defenses would drop, but not exactly what happens. He takes the Ice Beam, and now he can go into Rhyperior. Takes a little bit of Rocks damage, and he'll take some Brave Bird damage too. What is key here is that it still does a lot of damage, but it also kills him because of recoil. Now, while that doesn't count in favor of Rhyperior, that does count in favor of me, because so far 100% of my games against Cooper in this season have gone to time. So you gotta stay ahead of the curve, and in Pokemon and in health. So I predict he goes for a miss, but he did not go for a miss. He actually went for Ice Beam. So that's how that happens. He actually switches out. I'm like dying for him to just kill this thing as I Tailwind. Like, that is the dream. So I Tailwind up, and now I Leech Seed, because again, the dream is Tailwind, and then I die immediately. Like, ideally, the same turn I Tailwind, but you know, what are you gonna do? So I go for Leech Seed, thinking that, okay, this time surely he'll get me, but no. So I get the Leech Seed off. I go into Florges because Florges can take the T-Bolts probably slightly better. So I get the leftovers, and we get some Leech Seed health back too. Bringing Magnezone pretty low here, as I am pretty high. But so Synthesis, yes. As he brings in Gliscor, and then I get to be at full health, right? That's pretty good. But Poison Heal is gonna put him at nearly full. Tailwind's gone. Now he sets up a Swords Dance, and I'm like, okay, check this shit out. So I go for Psychic, hoping I can get a special defense drop. I don't, and since he did go for Swords Dance there, I'm like, okay. I switch up my tactic. I'm like, okay, I could keep going for drops, but I do a little bit more with Moonblast, and I think it's enough more to where it's important. So I hit him with another Moonblast. I get another special attack fall, which is fantastic. But unfortunately, this is not a special attacking variant of Gliscor, as he goes to Roost. Now I go for Moonblast again because I want as much damage on this thing as possible before it kills me, because I'm not switching out and switching into something else. It's too powerful, boy. It actually gets a crit, and while it mattered maybe, it also mattered not maybe. Either way, doesn't really change much. As I go into Whimsicott, I'm like, okay, now is the time. I will Tailwind, you will attack me, and that'll be that. So I Tailwind, and he does not attack me. He goes into Magnezone, and I'm like, okay, fine. Now I go for Moonblast. The reason I go for Moonblast because actually I'm Life Orb with max attack, and Moonblast would have actually killed the Magnezone. Pretty neat. But it didn't, because he brought in Claydol. I switch. I go into Porygon 2, And the reason I do this is to trace levitate, pretty neat, but mostly to take this attack, take whatever Claydol throws, and like it won't be a ground move, probably. It won't be a stab move. And now I can start recovering, right? That's pretty good. So I recover up. Now keep in mind that time is ticking away. While there's only been 10 minutes of your life wasted, nearly an hour of ours has been wasted thus far. So I recover again, and while I wanted to subject you to the live recording, which I have, I didn't because no time. So I Ice Beam here, and then he Flash Cannons, and he Ice Beam, and so here I'm like, okay, I want to get the kill because I want to be ahead in Pokemon. That was actually a mistake. Should have recovered, preserved P2, like got it up to more health, because now it's like 3-2, or something. He goes for Hydro Pump and he hits it, and actually, he's modest, and I know this now because Timid did not kill. Go into Whimsicott, who can now go for Tailwind and die. No, he switches out, goes into Gliscor. I'm like, you gotta be Cooper. I swear to God, God damn it, man. So me not recovering and him doing that switch are actually key to victory. I go for Moonblast simply to kill Whimsicott. It's the play I need to make. So now I can bring in Volcanion. So the problem is I don't have the extra turn of Tailwind I need because Cooper is smarter than the average bear. I'm gonna lock into Steam Eruption because Steam Eruption actually kills Greninja from where it is. So I Steam Eruption the Claydol. It is 2-2, and he brings in Greninja, and this is where time fails, or time runs out. So what you guys need to know is that I lost to Cooper, and what you also need to know is that we talked about this, and Cooper reassured me, should I have had any one of these scenarios, he would have scooped to me and let me win, but he was confident in the fact that no matter what, in an untimed event with these two Pokemon in this one turn remaining of Tailwind, that he would have won, and he's correct. What he would have done is switched into Gliscor and sacked it. Tailwind would have ended, and then Greninja kills Volcanion, and it also has Ice Beam. It would kill my Salamence at full health. He asked a couple questions. Is Salamence scarfed? No. Was it Yachi? No. And we agreed that Cooper would have won anyways, no matter what, in the time scenario right there. In a perfect world, you don't really know, right? Like, we probably would have played different without timer, but the way it ended, right, from the game state there, like, he would have won 100%, and I want you all to get down on your knees and bow to Cooper the God. I am rescinding my God status. I'm putting my hands to the sky, and I am relinquishing my power onto Cooper, who I endorse as my GBA Season 6 World Champion of all draft leagues. And I hope that you do too. So I want you all to give your hands into the sky whilst on your knees, because he is a god and you must bow before him, and relinquish all power to him. Please. Now, if we all may take a moment of silence as you do so. Thank you. And if you not, 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 if a fan of Cooper, and you are a fan of me, be not sad this day, because I am not sad this day. I could not be happier, truthfully, than to see Cooper in the finals and hopefully see him win. This is what I want. If you truly love me, you will want this too. Leave it in the comments, babies. Alright. Let's see what happens. Go Coop. And now, watch my PPL games. Okay, bye.